March 31st, 2023. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button. Well, today we're going to talk about something that's not real popular to talk about. A lot of people get mad, a lot of people get angry over it. You know, we're possibly going to have protests this weekend over, transgender rights and things like that. My question to you is, they're wanting to make it where children can start taking medication to, start going into the other sex. They want to be male, then they're female, they can take medication, or female want to be male, they can take medication. They're saying these kids are old enough to make the decision to do that, right? But ask yourself, if they're old enough to do that, but you're telling them you're not old enough to drive a car till you're 16, you're not old enough to join the military till you're 17, 18, you're not old enough to vote till you're 18, you're not mature enough to, if you want to have a drink of alcohol, or some people ain't going to like this, if you want to smoke a cigarette or dip snuff or chewing tobacco, you got to be 21. Purchase firearms, things like that, 21. You're not mature enough to do that till you're 21, but somehow 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds are mature enough to make a decision of taking medication that could change their sex eventually, right? Did you ever think that we would be sitting and talking about this in our lifetime? I didn't. I really didn't. But I grew up in a small town. We didn't have boy leagues, girl leagues, and things like that. It's a small mountain town. The girls played on the boys' teams, things like that, because it was co-ed sports. Baseball. We had one that come out for football. Basketball, things like that. But when we got up older and got into high school and stuff, and they had different leagues, for male or female, then they would go into the female leagues. But now you got men wanting to compete against women. You got women wanting to compete against men in certain leagues, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand. The main thing that's bothering me is that they're trying to pass laws where these kids can get medication to start, changing up their hormones and all that. But yet they're not old enough to make a decision to vote, right? I never thought we'd see anything like this in my lifetime, but we are. What's your thoughts on it? This ain't the end of the video, but what's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's an agenda they're trying to push? Do you think it's, are they doing the right thing, or are they doing the wrong thing? I think we're going to see some protests. Can y'all believe the backlash that we're seeing off this shooting up here in Nashville? That it's, if you notice, they leave out the Christian part of the school in the headlines. They just say school, right? From my understanding, more than likely it was a private school, private Christian school, where this person went to school before and had issues there, right? Had issues. But things are just not going good in America, are they? They are not. Everything's falling apart. I mean, you have them wanting marriage rights, things like that, right? Why would you want to? All a marriage is, legally, is a contract between you and the government. That's it. To get out of it, you gotta go to court to get out of it, right? But yeah, they want to be able to get married. Do I have a problem with it? Some of you are not going to like this. Do you. Do what you want to do, right? If you want to get married, get married. If you don't, don't. But when it comes to all this stuff that they're pushing on the kids, heck, a parent could get in trouble now for all kind of stuff, but yet you can give your kids medicine that can physically change their body, and that's okay, and they want that to be okay. I don't agree with that. Do not. Look why it's starting now. What's happened over the last 3 years? Ask yourself. All that was they saw how much they could reach out and take, and how much Americans or anybody in the world would be willing to sit there and let them do it, right? That's all that was. Do I believe it was real? Yes, because I contracted COVID and all that, but you got to ask yourself, was it more of a test to see how much rules and regulations can they put on you that people will just accept, right? I don't know where we're going in the world as far as that kind of stuff, but as far as the world specifically, it's crashing. It's crashing around us. It's not going to get any better. It's not. I mean, we're only in March. We're fixing to be in April, and look at how much stuff's already went on this year. Guys, you know, family is important, important because everybody likes to think, your neighbor over there is going to have your back, or your best friend's going to have your back, or something like that. But when it comes down to it, there's not many people out there that's got your back no more. I never in my lifetime thought we would be seeing as much news as we're seeing on wanting to give kids medication to switch their sex, right? I don't know. I do not know. What's y'all's thought on it? Do you think it's just some kind of agenda, or do you think that they actually care about these kids, or do you think they're actually trying to do the right or the wrong thing here for them? I don't understand how a 7-year-old or 8-year-old wake up one day and decide I want to be a woman, or right the opposite, right? I don't understand that. This is not going to be a popular video. It'll probably get took down, honestly, because of what we're talking about. And a lot of people probably get mad over this, but this is just my thoughts on it. I never thought we'd see anything like this in the world. I'm going to do a video in a little bit. If y'all want to watch it, I'm going to give you a little update on my health. We're not going to put it on this video because a lot of people don't watch it. A lot of people don't watch my videos, period. But we're going to do a little update on my health on the next video. It'll come out pretty quick after this one. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think it's a big, huge plan that they're doing? Do you think it's the right thing they're trying to do? Do you think it's the wrong thing they're trying to do? Because believe it or not, when y'all comment on it, I read your comments, and I try to learn something every day. I really do. I'm open to learning. I don't want to be considered a backwoods hillbilly that just set in his ways and does this and that. But this one here, I can't lean that way as far as wanting to give kids medication to change their sex. That's just I don't know. That in there just kind of sticks in my craw the wrong way, I guess the best way to say it. Let me know your thoughts on it. Keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. Guys, you're the only person that can do it at that moment. Stay safe, get prepped up. If you're still watching, hit the subscribe button, and just stay safe out there. I mean, things are getting crazy. We're going to get Trump arrested next week, so y'all be prepared for something. Stay safe, get prepped.